Hey guys, let's have another cool advanced Russian lesson. Those lessons are meant for the thinking students who have some basics in Russian, because those are non-adapted Russian materials aimed at Russian speakers. And today, I have good news for you. We are going to finish our current article, and from the next time, we're going to start the new one. So please open your learning materials. We are studying «Как появился Израиль» и почему именно поэтому там постоянные войны. How Israel appeared and why exactly for that reason there are permanent, постоянные, right, permanent wars there. And I'm just reminding you, just so that you remember the train of thought, that they said that after British, you remember Union Jack from the previous lesson, yeah? What is Union Jack? That's an English flag, but basically it means the British. So when they told us, как только Union Jack в Палестине опустился, so as soon as Union Jack, like the English flag in Palestine, what was, спустился, what was спустился? You remember? Descended, like it was taken down, meaning со стороны евреев началась крайне агрессивная политика по отношению к арабам. So from the side of Jews, there started, what was крайне? Remember крайне? This word, look at the screen. Крайне. It means extremely, крайне. Extremely aggressive politics. And what was по отношению к? По отношению к was towards. So from the side of Jews, started extremely aggressive politics towards Arabs. And then they told us there were few wars, etc. But, and we stopped at the following one, at the following sentence. Look at the screen, please, and then you will have to continue marking and working with your printed materials. And by the way, if you have just joined us and you do not have these materials printed, you always have a link below this video. So you can open it on your screen and follow, but it's much better to print and then to work with it actively, marking things, underlining things, etc. So they say, и эта ниточка противостояния тянется до сих пор, так как вопрос территории не был решен. And we said that ниточка, that's thread, right? Ниточка, it's like нитка, ниточка, that's diminutive. And who remembers what was противостояние? It was противостояние. It was like a conflict, confrontation. Тянется is stretching. До сих пор, until now. Так как means for the reason that, or because of the fact that. That's так как. Actually так как means because. But you can also translate that as because. Because the question of the territories не был решен, hasn't been solved. So yesterday we stopped here. We also read the caption here, but it's less important for now. And we just have our last paragraph. So I'm going to read first this whole paragraph. Try to understand whatever you can. And then we're going to clarify the words, expressions, etc., to explain everything. Then you will get it much, much better. So they say the following. Теперь уже террористическими методами действуют арабы. Долго ли будет продолжаться нынешняя война, начавшаяся 7 октября? Вопрос открытый. Методы ведения войны Израилем с бомбардировками всего и вся, перекрытием воды, газа, электричества и продовольствия могут спровоцировать ввязывание в войну других арабских государств Ближнего Востока. Но это уже другая история. А с тем, как появился Израиль, я надеюсь, мы разобрались. So, how much did you get? Now you will get much, much more. Much, much better. You will understand that. So, теперь уже террористическими методами действуют арабы. So, what does it mean? So, теперь means now. уже, like nowadays, уже, already, террористическими методами, terrorist methods, like using, that's террористическими методами, it means like using something, so using terrorist method, действуют, so действуют comes from действовать, which is to act. Арабы means Arabs, so what does it mean? Теперь уже террористическими методами действуют арабы, so now, already, with terrorist methods, act Arabs, or act Arabs. Now, that wasn't proper English, of course, and for the new students, just want to say that oftentimes you will hear very, very bad English here, because my intention is to give you the Russian structure of the sentence. But the sentence basically means that nowadays, Arabs are those who act using terrorist methods. And we continue. Долго ли будет продолжаться нынешняя война, начавшаяся 7 октября? Вопрос открытый. So li here equals the English word whether. Whether it will be like that or like that. So what is долго? Долго means a lot of time, for a long time. That's долго, for a long time. So when they ask долго ли, like in English we could say whether for a long time, da-da-da. It's still not exactly proper English, but still, like you will get it. Будет продолжаться, будет like future of be, will be, продолжаться to continue, so will be continuing or will continue. Будет продолжаться. They could have also said продолжится, without будет, долго ли продолжится, so it's the same, продолжится, будет продолжаться, that's the same. Нынешняя means current, so for example, нынешнее события means current events. Нынешняя война means the current war. Начавшаяся means which started. Like starting. Which started. Yeah. So you can underline начавшаяся. It obviously comes from начаться, начинать, to start. So which started, the 7th of October. Вопрос открытый. Открытый means open. So вопрос открытый means that's an open question. So now please see how it all works here. Долго ли будет продолжаться нынешняя война, начавшаяся 7 октября? Вопрос открытый. Whether for a long time will be continuing the current war starting the 7th of October. Question open, like open question. You got it, right? It was terrible English, but you got it. Next. Методы ведения войны Израилем с бомбардировками всего и вся, перекрытием воды и газа, электричества и продовольствия могут спровоцировать ввязывание в войну других арабских государств Ближнего Востока. Но это уже другая история. That's a little bit complicated sentence, so let's go over the vocabulary first. Методы ведения войны. So, методы means methods, obviously. Ведение. So, ведение comes from ведение, which is conducting. So, ведение of something, it's like leading or conducting something. For example, a ведение лекции would be conducting a lecture or leading, like holding a lecture. So, therefore, методы ведения войны would be the methods of conducting war. And Израилем, by Israel. С бомбардировками всего и вся. So, бомбардировка means bombardment. Бомбардировка. Bombardment, very similar. Всего и вся comes from все и вся. That is an expression. Все, it's like в, с, and yo. Like, you just need to erase go here and put two dots above ye, so that it becomes все и вся, and it means everything. Therefore, the beginning of this sentence is as follows. методы ведения войны Израилем с бомбардировками всего и вся, the methods of conducting war by Israel with the bombardment of everything, перекрытием воды, газа, электричества и продовольствия. Перекрытие means blockage. Перекрытие. It comes from перекрыть means to block. So перекрыть воду, for example, means to block, like to stop the flow of the water. So with the bombardment of everything, перекрытием воды, so the blockage of water, газа, gas, электричество. By the way, that's gas not as fuel, for example, for cars. That's gas for cooking, yeah, mostly. So that's gas, because gas, like gasoline, like fuel, that would be another word. So with the blockage of water, gas, электричество, electricity, и продовольствие. So продовольствие means food supply, basically. That's продовольствие. So it comes from продовольствие, with «е» at the end, and it means food supply. Могут спровоцировать. Спровоцировать means to provoke. Provoke, спровоцировать, comes from the same root, yeah? Спровоцировать, provoke, that sounds similar. Ввязываться, I think it's the same word, I'm not sure, but I think it's the same. Ввязывание means involvement. So, ввязывание, involvement. Ввязывание в войну would be involvement in war. Других арабских государств Ближнего Востока. So, других, so other Arab государств, we had several times, states. Ближнего Востока, of the Middle East. Но это уже другая история, but that is already another story. Другая история. So now, look how it all works together. Now you will get this whole sentence. Методы ведения войны Израилем с бомбардировками всего и вся, перекрытием воды, газа, электричества и продовольствия могут спровоцировать ввязывание в войну других арабских государств Ближнего Востока. Но это уже другая история. The methods of conducting war by Israel with the bombardment of everything, blockage of water, gas, electricity, and food supply, may provoke involvement in war, войну, in war, других арабских государств, of other Arab states, Ближнего Востока, of the Middle East. Но это уже другая история, but that is already другая, like a different story, or another story. So, Ближнего Востока comes from Ближний Восток, which means the Middle East. А с тем, как появился Израиль, я надеюсь, мы разобрались. А с тем, как, so a here means like but. Sometimes that's and, sometimes that's but. С тем, как, with the fact that. You can underline с тем как, with the fact that. Появился, appeared. Я надеюсь, I hope. Мы разобрались, like we sorted out. Because разобрались, разобраться, it means to understand or to sort out certain information. So when it's just about information or problem, it's not about something tangible, like to sort out like oranges. Wouldn't be like that. But разобрались basically means understood, sorted out, certain information. So he says, а с тем, как появился Израиль, я надеюсь, мы разобрались. But with the fact how Israel appeared, I hope we sorted out. I hope we understood. Like, of course, in English we would say, but regarding the fact how. So basically, in order to make it more suitable, more similar to English, you could underline а с тем как and write, but regarding the fact how. Yeah, because как means how. Regarding the fact how Israel appeared, I hope we sorted out. I hope we understood. Sorry for the terrible English, but that's, but now you get the structure, or the Russian structure. Now, I'm going to read again this whole paragraph. We're going to get it much, much better now. And then, starting from the next time, we're going to start another article, like Advanced Russian, aimed at Russian speakers, about another subject. So, they say the following. Теперь уже террористическими методами действуют арабы. Долго ли будет продолжаться нынешняя война? Начавшаяся 7 октября, вопрос открытый. Методы ведения войны Израилем с бомбардировками всего и вся, перекрытием воды, газа, электричества и продовольствия могут спровоцировать ввязывание в войну других арабских государств Ближнего Востока. Но это уже другая история. А с тем, как появился Израиль, я надеюсь, мы разобрались. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for your attention. Well done for your advancement in Russian. Please subscribe if you haven't been subscribed yet, because we have lots of interesting plans for the future. It's going to develop. And if you need my personal help, my personal direction regarding your Russian, please do not hesitate to contact me using the email below. I'm going to just tell me about your goals in learning Russian. I'm going to give you a few interesting tips. And if you want to have your free trial lesson with me on Zoom, you can also do that. So thank you so much and take care. See you at the next lesson. Ciao, ciao.